YouTube, what's going on with you? What up, though? It's your boy 72 Grand Prix Boy, back at you with another video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you know when I drop each and every video. What's going on, guys? It's a beautiful day once again in the D for December. Beautiful weather, guys. All right, guys, this video, it's gonna be a little slightly different. It's mainly going to be for the people that want to learn how to change their oil on their cars or on their truck. It's very simple, guys. I remember back in the 90s, before I really got into these cars and really started doing stuff on my own, I used to take my car up to this shop up there on 8 Mile. And it was a nice guy up there. Nice guy. May he rest in peace. He's been gone now for a minute. But I used to have a Jeep Cherokee. And I used to ride the Jeep up there to get the oil changed like every Saturday. And he told me, he said, bro, he said, you can do this yourself. I think this was like in 92, 93. He said, you can do this yourself, man. I said, what? I said, nah, man, I can't change it. He said, yes, you can. Guys, he showed me. It was so easy. It was so easy. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys so you can stop taking your car to the shop and giving them $9,000 for oil change. It's a lot of ladies out here that know how to do what I'm about to show you guys, but there's a lot of people out here that's just scared, nervous, and just think that they can't get up under their car or truck and do what need to be done, or they're just too cute. So throw the cuteness out the window, because we're not having it on this video. All right, guys, so let's get started. All right, first, you're gonna need your oil. Now, I like this particular brand. I've been using it for a minute. My OG kind of put me up on it. And you don't have to go with this type of oil. There's other oils out there that are pretty good. I don't want to spit venom on some of the oil companies, but there's one particular one that I just don't like. And it messed my motor up in my 72 years ago. So ever since I've been using this oil, I never had any problems out of my old school. It's synthetic blend. It's not full synthetic. I don't like to really go with full synthetic, because once you go with full synthetic, you have to stay with it. And let's say you buy a used car from somebody and they put synthetic in it and they didn't tell you. So when you got the car, you end up putting something else in there, and now you don't mess the motor up, because the motor is used to synthetic being in there. So guys, once you stay with synthetic, once you use it, you have to stay with it. All right, so this Lucas, I always have to put a bottle of Lucas on every oil change. It saved my oil, my engines many a times. I would suggest that you use that on every oil change, guys. It's real good. It's been around, I don't know what, since the 60s, 50s. It's been around for a minute, guys. So try to get in the habit of putting that Lucas in, and put it in first before you put the oil in here. Okay, and you need an oil filter. All right, different cars have different sizes, so whatever application that your car need, that's the one you get. I like to use a funnel when I'm pouring my oil in, especially when I do the Lucas, because I pour the Lucas in first. All right, and then you're gonna need the oil pan, because when I get up on it, I'm gonna show you guys why you need the oil pan. And then you're gonna need the socket. Some people use a wrench, but this car, it takes a 15. All right, so guys, let's show you the car. So this is my 04 Yukon. Her name is Becky. This is a true truck. It done been there for me all the time, pretty much. Nothing really major I had to do to it, guys. Whenever you got an LS, you winning. 5'3" ain't no joke. And I would recommend, if anybody's looking to get in a Yukon or a Suburban or a Tahoe, which they all the same, they all have LSs in them, to go ahead and do it. You have my approval. All right. So let's get up under here. All right, guys, it's very important to have ramps. A lot of guys like to use jack stands or jack, which is fine, but to me, ramps is better. To each his own. Safety first. You take bricks and you put them behind the tire. Make sure you put some stability behind the tire, because you don't want it to roll back while you're up under there. All right, you can use wood, use brick, whatever, rock your boat, as long as it's hard. All right, guys, drag your pan up under. You gotta make sure the wrench is on loose. I had it on tight. Do a little, make sure the pan is up under here, because this oil is about to shoot out. So that's what you want to see. You got to wait a minute. You want all this oil to be gone. Maybe a couple drips is okay, then you can put the oil plug back in. So when it stops, I get back, guys. All right, guys. So as you can see, the oil stopped. You just got a little drip. A lot of us car guys, we don't care about that. You go ahead and put the plug back on there. That little drip is not gonna do no damage to your new oil that's going in there. Take your ratchet, your socket. Make sure that boy tight. We don't want no problems with Miss Becky. I don't want her arguing back at me and cussing me out. All right, so guys, look at this oil. Wow. Yeah, it was time. You think, guys? Wow. Like I said in the video, for you newcomers, people that want to learn how to change your oil and you think you're not mechanically inclined, it should be every 3 months or 3,000 miles, whichever comes first, you know. Or you can just come, you know, before 3,000 miles. It's your preference, you know, but yeah, you see a little brown in it, but it was time. It was time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come over to the other side, guys. This is your oil filter. I started loosening it up. Make sure that you bring your oil pan over, because you see what's going on now. So you just unscrew it. You're gonna get oil on your hands, but hey, you can wipe it off. It ain't no big thing. I probably should have gloves on, but I couldn't find any, so. And you can let it drop in there. So you're gonna wait till all that is drained before you put the new filter on there. All right. Just like from the oil plug right there, you're gonna do the same. You're gonna wait. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get this stuff off my hand, guys. All right, guys. So while that's still dripping, you're gonna take your new filter. Now this part is very important. You see the rubber piece right there, guys? This seal right here, you got to put oil on that. So you don't want to go with the old oil from up under there, which I do sometimes, been doing it for decades, but I want to show you guys the right way. So just take a little bit of your new oil, put it on your finger, and just go around it. You must put oil on this seal before you put it back on the truck or on the car. It's very important. You gotta have oil. Do not put a new fuel filter with a dry seal. It's not gonna pan right for you, okay? All right, so let's look and see if it's still dripping. No, I don't like it stopped, guys. All right, so let's put this on here. All right, guys, so grab your filter. You got threads up here. Let them catch first. You don't want to cross thread them. And you just tighten it. It don't have to be real tight, as long as it's snug. You don't want to put it too tight, because when it comes time for you to change it again, you're gonna have problems taking it off. So as long as it's snug and it don't leak, you good. And if you do see a drip, you know, you just get back up under here and tighten it again. So now you just gotta wipe off the excess. My rag. Hold on, guys. When you're doing stuff yourself, that's what you gotta do. So you just take your rag, wipe off the oil from dripping. Yep. So the first two steps are done. So we drain the oil. There's the oil plug. We drain the oil. We drain the oil filter, and we put a new oil filter on. So now we got to go up to the truck and proceed to put the oil in. All right, guys. We back up top. So this is your oil cap. This is the funnel. This is where the oil goes. So if you don't know, guys that's starting off, don't know where your oil is at, you're gonna see this logo. When you see this logo, this stands for oil. And then you have the weight, which is 5W30, but I stepped up to 1030. I want to go to 1040, but for whatever reason, they don't make 1040 no more. I done went to several auto parts stores and they don't have it. So I like to put this in first, guys. All right, it may take a little while. You might have to squeeze it, but you'll get it in there, and your car and truck will be happy for you putting this in them, putting this inside them. All right, guys, grab your funnel. So I'm gonna end up, I might could do it with one hand. I was just gonna put the phone on the tripod, do it with two. It's quicker with two, I think it is. So let me squeeze it in there, because this stuff is thick, guys, real thick. You guys see how thick this is? And it have to go all the way down here into the funnel, down into the block. It's going down slow too. But patience is a virtue, guys. Your car and truck will love you for it, so don't be in a rush for everything. I know I tend to get like that sometimes, but I'm getting better at it, guys. Now I know some guys, they end up putting the oil in first and then put this in last. I like to put this in first so it can get right down to the engine components and then bring it on in with the Castro. So this equals a quart. So this substitute a quart of oil. So I know you guys probably wondering, is that gonna substitute a quart? Yeah, it is. And guys, there's some other oil out called Rotella Tea, and I believe that oil has zinc in it. See, a while ago, the government took the zinc out of oil. And why they did that, I can't remember why, but the government always doing some crazy stuff or whatever. That's another conversation. But so a lot of people started adding the additive to their oil change, or they add this to it, the Lucas. But there's some oil called Rotella Tea that's been out for a minute, and it was said that they have all the zinc in their oil. So if you guys want to mess with Rotella Tea, you don't have to mess with the oil I'm messing with, Castro. You know, to each his own, whatever your choice. But just make sure that you change your oil frequently. All right, guys, once the Lucas is down, so you're gonna grab your oil, and as you can see, guys, you see what says for engines over 75,000. So a lot of the old school cars, if they 10 years or more, even less than that, you probably got over 100,000. So this is the type of oil that you want to use. Like I said earlier, I wanted to go with the 1040, but I think they discontinued that, guys, because I went to 4 different auto parts, and they saying that they finna stop carrying it for whatever reason. I think I heard they saying that new cars don't need that, which Another thing don't make no sense to me. That's the government doing. So you take your oil. This is 5 quarts. So total, Becky takes 6, guys. The other quart is the Lucas. I know sometimes Becky here don't take all of the 6. It'd be a little left in this container here, so I'm gonna show you guys what you got to do to make sure you don't put too much oil in. You don't want to put too much oil in your car or your truck. So you're gonna have to check the dipstick. And you're gonna start the car up. You pull your dipstick out. Wipe it off first. You want to check and see where it's at. And guys, this is full. So I still got a little left in here. It's just a little. It's maybe till about right here. You guys can see it. So this is process 3. And then it's gonna be a process 4, and then that's it. Take your funnel off. Grab your cap. Make sure it's tight. We're gonna start Becky up right quick. Let me take this because it might fall off when she started up. And what you're doing is you want the oil to pump up to the dipstick just for a minute. Then you're gonna cut it off. Then you're gonna check it, and then I'm gonna let it off the ramps, and then check it on a level ground. So let's see where it's at. All right, guys, it's so clean that you can barely see it, but yeah, we good. It's full. So let me show you guys. Let me see. Try to get a better. So you got holes right here. So this hole right here, guys, this is where you want your oil to be. When your oil is down here, or even down here, you're in danger zone. Or even here, yeah, your motor is gonna lock up on you. So as long as I've been doing this, I would say between these two, you're good if you got oil at these 2 holes right here. All right. Move your bricks and your blocks from behind the tires, because if you put it in reverse, you're not gonna go nowhere. Come off the ramps. That's it. We're gonna check Becky again on a level ground. All right, guys, so let's check the oil. All right. We good. We good. It's nice and clean. Hope you guys can see it, y'all. We nice and clean. So Becky is relieved. She feels better now. A whole lot better. Yeah, and there you go, guys. You successfully change your first oil change on your car and your truck. Now you get a chance to look at this oil in the daylight. Wow. Yeah. It really don't take long for oil to get black, because you constantly driving, guys, daily driving. you know, that them components is constantly moving up and down, back and forth. So, you know, you can have the cleanest looking cleanest looking engine on the outside, all chromed up. That don't mean nothing. If your inside components is not right, it's just, you know, that's just how they made. Engineers made. You know, when stuff constantly moving like that, it's gonna get dirty. It don't matter what kind of car it is or the person that own it. You know. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this video. You know what? I'm really thinking about working on Angie. I might add Angie to this video. It's something that I want to do. I want to check on it. I'm not quite sure yet, but I can always do a separate video on Angie. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Once again, hit that bell. I want to appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. I really appreciate that, y'all. I'm climbing up in the subscribers. I'm getting pretty good. The watch time hours is getting up too, so I owe that all to you guys. All right, you guys have a blessed day. I'm out.